USFCougars.com here with University of Sioux Falls football coach John Anderson. Coach Anderson, we are halfway through just about your spring ball. Talk about what you've done to this point and how you feel about your team and the work ethic and so on.
I feel very good about our football team right now. We've successfully navigated what we've termed transition. Going forward, we're the new norm. Our players have built relationship with our coaching staff. Our coaches have built with our players. So I think we're past that newness stage. Right now, the only thing new that we're battling is just some differences in schemes. And anytime you have a change like we had, there's going to be that. And our kids have been outstanding in learning those schemes and adapting to them, and they're not all that different, but being able to thrive in those situations. And our coaching staff, to their credit, our coordinators have done a very good job of being very smooth in their install and being deliberate in how they do it, not overfeeding our guys to the point where they're saturated with too much information. So it's been good. We got a lot of work left to do and a lot of things to accomplish yet in the second half of spring football, but I've been very pleased up to this point.
You know, one of the things you have, you were 8th in the country at the end of the year last year after winning the North Central Conference Championship for the first time in school history, which kind of has momentum for this program as you come in here. And with the likes of All-American Max Mickey and 7 total All-League players returning, Josh Butler and others among them, Jeff Harmon. Talk about what the upper-class players have meant to this transition for you.
They've been great. There's a group of about 11 of them that I've spent a lot of hours with since we got here, and some give and take meetings. Me learning from them as much as I'm giving to them. So that's been very meaningful to us, and the guys you mentioned are part of that group. So I feel very good about our so-called senior leadership and our upperclassmen leadership. They've achieved at a high level here. They know what it takes, and they've been helping me to get that message to our young players and be able to be on the same page with them has been critical.
Key to every team is the coaching staff and the hard work that your staff has put in already in a transition time. Talk about a couple of them and how, or all of them quickly, on what they've meant during this spring and moving forward.
Right. You know, it starts with our coordinators. Those guys have done a great job. Nick Benedetto as our defensive coordinator, Jim Chapin as our offensive coordinator, and then also Adam Bresky as our special teams coordinator. Those guys have done a tremendous job of taking my philosophy, my beliefs, and implementing them into their areas and building a scheme that has those philosophies and being able to get the coaching staff underneath them on the same page, but then being able to translate that to our kids and be able to come out here as you know, 7 practices in on spring, and our base packages are on all 3 of those units are installed, and now it's fine tuning and getting to some of the you know, some of the exotic things that we're going to do, but to be able to do that in the short amount of time that they had. We got done recruiting, you know, February, and basically had 2 months to design, implement, and do that. It's been a lot of work, so I give those 3 guys credit. I give the rest of our staff a lot of credit as well to be able to put the amount of time and effort in to be operating as smooth as we are at this point is very impressive. And you know, I didn't hire a coordinator that came with a scheme or came with a package. We've been able to, we're building those based on our personnel, based on multiple ideas of coaches from different areas, and really have built a USF identity. So that's to be able to do all that in a short amount of time, like I said, I've been very pleased with.
The energy has been extraordinary when I've been out to practice here. It's emblematic of a program that does have 23 straight winning seasons, and you know, last year was the 20th conference championship, and you were part of a lot of those championships, and you came back. And how do you feel about being here? Conclude on how you feel about that and why the spring game can be a lot of fun and important for this program.
As I've said before, USF is a special place, and it holds a special place in my heart. I was mentored here. I grew up in my profession here and started my family here, all while being, associated with the university. So to be able to come back in the position I am is every day I wake up, it's a blessing to be able to do that. And reminded about the long tradition, the long success that's here. Everywhere I go, I'm running into somebody that played here, somebody that has a connection to USF, and what a tremendous responsibility we have to carry that on, and one that I relish in doing every single day, and that's what guides everybody on our coaching staff and ultimately our players as well, because we understand that it's bigger than this team going into 2017. It's bigger than the Northern Sun Championship team from 2016 team. It's bigger than the national championship team. So it's a full deal, and to be able to have coaches that understand that, players that understand that, it's very special to come to work every day. And the spring game on Friday, April 28th is kind of a celebration of our first couple months on the job here. We've been able to implement our schemes. The evaluation for the most part is done for our players. We're going to let them have some fun. We're going to ideally draft some teams and let them go out and play, introduce our offense, defense, special teams to our fans for the first time, and we're going to have a tremendous recruiting day here with juniors on campus and many of our alumni back. So I'm really looking forward to it, and it's going to be an outstanding event.
Fans, don't forget that game again is April 28th at 7:30 p.m. here at Bob Young Field. Come out and support the Cougars. Thanks, John.
Thank you.